Another day, another story. Welcome to the world of Marvel Comics, where heroes are born and legends are made. It all started back in 1939, when Marvel Comics, then known as Timely Comics, was founded by Martin Goodman. In those early days, Timely Comics produced a wide range of genres, from westerns to romance to horror. But it wasn't until the early 1960s that Marvel Comics truly revolutionized the comic book industry with the introduction of characters like Spider-Man, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. These characters were different from the traditional superheroes of the time. They were flawed, relatable, and had real-world problems that readers could identify with. Spider-Man, for example, was a teenage nerd named Peter Parker who gained spider-like abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider. The X-Men, meanwhile, were a group of outcast mutants who were feared and hated by the world they were sworn to protect. And the Fantastic Four were a dysfunctional family of superheroes who bickered and fought just like any other family. These characters were so popular that they formed the foundation of the Marvel Universe, which included teams like the Avengers and the X-Men. But Marvel Comics didn't stop there. Over the years, they introduced countless new characters, from the Black Panther to Ms. Marvel to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's take a closer look at some of these iconic characters and their history in the Marvel Universe. Captain America was introduced in 1941, during the height of World War II. The character was created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, and was designed as a patriotic symbol of American strength and valor. The Hulk made his debut in 1962, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The character was inspired by the classic monster movies of the 1950s, and was a cautionary tale about the dangers of science gone wrong. Iron Man was introduced in 1963, also created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The character was a response to the rising popularity of science fiction, and was a reflection of the Cold War-era fears of nuclear annihilation. Thor, the God of Thunder, was introduced in 1962 by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby. The character was based on the Norse god of the same name, and was part of Marvel's push to expand beyond the traditional superhero genre. Daredevil, also known as the Man Without Fear, was introduced in the pages of his own comic book in 1964. Created by Stan Lee and Bill Everett, Daredevil was unique in that he was a blind superhero who relied on his heightened senses to fight crime. The Black Widow, a former Russian spy-turned-superhero, was introduced in 1964. Created by Stan Lee, Don Rico, and Don Heck, the character was initially a villain before eventually joining the Avengers. Wolverine, the fierce and ferocious member of the X-Men, was introduced in 1974. Created by Len Wein and John Romita Sr., Wolverine quickly became one of Marvel's most popular characters, with his rough and tough demeanor and sharp claws. And then there's Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth, who was introduced in 1991. Created by Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza, Deadpool is known for his irreverent humor and fourth wall-breaking antics. Ms. Marvel, also known as Carol Danvers, was introduced in 1977. Created by Roy Thomas and Gene Colan, Ms. Marvel was Marvel's first female superhero to have her own solo series. And finally, there's the Guardians of the Galaxy, a team of cosmic superheroes who were first introduced in 1969. Created by Arnold Drake and Gene Colan, the Guardians were largely forgotten until a revamped version of the team was introduced in 2008, which led to their breakout success and eventual adaptation into a hit movie franchise. In 1963, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby brought together Marvel's most popular heroes to form the Avengers. The team included Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and the Hulk. The Avengers have since become one of Marvel's most successful franchises, spawning movies, TV shows, and video games. Their heroic battles against some of Marvel's most powerful villains have captivated audiences for decades. These characters, along with countless others, have made Marvel Comics one of the most beloved and influential comic book publishers in history. From their humble beginnings as Timely Comics to their modern-day status as a cultural juggernaut, Marvel has remained at the forefront of the industry, always pushing the boundaries of what a superhero story can be. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of Marvel Comics. We hope you enjoyed learning about some of our favorite characters and their stories. We would love to hear from you about what topic we should cover next. Please comment below with your suggestions, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.